Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the most valuable player of 2018, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs as they take on the third-year man, Mitchell Trubisky, and the NFC North champion, Chicago Bears. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one taken just inside the 10.
Let's go, Buck.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Mahomes going to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback Mitchell Trubisky leading out the Chicago Bears. Former number 2 overall pick out of Carolina. Big improvements in year 2 for Trubisky. Touchdown spiked from 7 to 24. Yards per game went up by almost 50. And, of course, most importantly, the Bears went from 5 wins to 12 and an NFC North title. Now it's Trubisky. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
And now here comes Kansas City. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. It's Williams on the catch. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. I got you. Do. Yes.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Check 180. Check 53. Three bud.
On second down, it's Coleman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Look at the dance and the juke. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Last year's MVP, Patrick Mahomes, leading the Chiefs for their next possession. On first down, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. Third and 5 now. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelce. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Now Trubisky on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Dashing through the snow. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
53 the most. 53. Check 53.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. That's complete to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Big series right here. We got
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. This one complete to Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
coming to you.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Darrell Williams, 97 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Butker on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now here's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Well, last year, Chris Conley was the third option at receiver for Kansas City. He shipped off to Jacksonville. Now they're hoping that Robinson can help fill that void. And Andy Reid has said that he and Mahomes are developing a great rapport, hoping to improve upon the 22 times they connected last season. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wells. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. Now Trubisky drops it off for Coleman. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin the drive with Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
He's checking crazy.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Yards on the return that time, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Coleman on the draw. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 37. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Let's get off the field, D. Check 3.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Coleman. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Robinson's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And his kick here is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 2nd and 11 now, Trubisky. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. It's caught by Coleman. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. This is Coleman with a grab. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now this, of course, the final Sunday night game of the year. All-day games in Week 17, 13 in the early window. Among them, you've got Steelers, Ravens, Dolphins, Pats, Saints and Panthers, Chiefs, Chargers, just to name a few. And then 3 more in the late afternoon out west, Raiders, Broncos, Cards and Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then that's it for the 2019 regular season. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, Time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. Kerryon Johnson, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Hunter Renfrow, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. And finally, we wrap up another season of Monday Night Football with an early holiday present. Packers and Vikings from Minnesota to finish off Week 16. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Trubisky. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got Burton here. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 25.
It's Coleman here. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Now Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Wells. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Chiefs.
They'll run on first down. Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
Go, Lou, Eddie!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run it with Williams. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Butker now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Hill on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with a recipe of the ground game. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Yellow. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, Kansas City.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They run it again with Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Off the draw, here's Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And an alley to run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky, and he's got Miller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. Big Eddie Goldman there. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Offense.
They get the versatile Cameron Irving that time, former first-round pick out of Florida State. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
At the Bears' 47-yard line.
They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down.
58 right there. Mike, 58 right there.
On third down, It's Thompson, and he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Keep playing.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
He was looking for Chris Godwin that time.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Taylor. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
On first down, Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw it here. On the crossing route, complete. That's Wells. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Wide, get wide.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home.